going to start laying out the rough-in plumbing for the sprinkler system for the garden boxes. Before we build the building, before I put concrete down, and definitely before I put dirt in the garden boxes, I want to put plumbing piping in the ground, so 1-inch PVC, to allow an automatic watering for all the vegetables and plants and things my wife is going to put in her garden. So we're going to lay that out with some paint real quick and then get the garden boxes moved out of the way. It's a nice rainy day out here. We're going to start trenching this in. So because of access and rain and other things, I'm going to just use the pick and see how it goes. I suspect it'll go pretty quick. So this is about 12 to 14 inches deep. All of my sprinkler systems, I hook up an air adapter, which you'll see here later in the video, to blow down the system so when we get into winter time, things don't freeze, break, and crack. So we have risers now to all of sprinkler boxes. There'll be a box here, there, and two more down there. Right here at this 90, we're going to go from 1/2 inch to 3/4, and this other one is already that 1/2 inch to 3/4. Lower on a 3/4 inch line over here to where the manifold's going to be. For the eagle eye folks watching, you'll see that I have a T here on the ground that has a cap on it. Right here. And that's because I did not buy a 3/4 by 1/2 inch reducer. But I did have in my stack of extra parts. So for the sake of not running to the store and the fact that, well, it'd be more money in gas getting there and back than it would be just putting this in, we're just putting that in and calling it good. We're going to go ahead and backfill all of this so we can get the flower boxes or garden boxes back down in here where they belong. All right, looks good. All right. We need to get the valves installed so we can get the green box put in here so I can get this hole covered up. We need to get this positioned in the ground. Here's our first valve. I don't want to misinterpret. If you have to replace one of those valves, you're probably going to have to dig around this thing and pull the box out and get to the unions, because the box openings really don't give you the access for valve replacement. Minor repairs, you can replace the cartridge, things like that. Alright, so I can access all the cartridges which are in here. We can access all the wiring and the manual valves. We can go ahead and get this hooked up. Get an approximate idea of where we got to cut this tubing off, which looks to me to be about right here. We got to cut this pipe right about here. We're going to open these up and blow any dirt or things out. We're going to put water in them so we can check for leaks before I backfill. We went and purchased multiple types of sprinkler valve manifolds, which you see me assembling here. You see different types. Some have control valves, some don't. Some are for drip irrigation, some are for spray heads. We haven't done a garden before, and we wanted to try multiple out, and we may adjust next year. We'll see. You see me using the torch here to heat up the plastic tubing, which allowed me to groom it into the positions I wanted without fighting it too much. Definitely recommend this if you're going to use this little 1/4-inch tubing to get the sprinkler head set up. I highly recommend putting the sprinkler piping in the ground before you build your raised beds. It makes installing the sprinkler system significantly easier, and in our case, everything is automated. It is hooked up to our Wi-Fi and in turn our smartphones, so we can control the water very accurately, which we're hoping will make it so we can grow some plants a little more efficiently. At this point, I am adjusting all the little sprinkler heads. We did go buy the starts this year. We didn't do any of that because the greenhouse isn't complete. But with the starts in the ground and the sprinklers in place, I'm testing everything out, making sure we get the water flow we're looking for. We do have 3 zones, 2 beds per zone, which allows us to control the water flow pretty accurately. Overall, I hope you guys enjoyed. I hope you got a lot out of this one. If you have any tips or tricks for watering plants, I definitely look forward to hearing them. But overall, I hope you got something out of this. I hope you enjoyed. And until next time, thanks for watching.